So one issue that business owners run into is getting a lot of customer support emails. And it puts their teams at an uncomfortable spot where they have to choose between doing business critical operations and tasks and answering more customer support emails. Now, this automation that I created in N8N removes that dynamic to where your teams can focus on the things you want them to focus on. And the automation will take in any incoming customer support emails, handle them as needed, and in the chance that it does need to get routed to a human, it can still route it to your human team based on your configuration and how you would want to customize it. I'll give you an example of how I set this up, and then also give you some ideas on how it could be slightly configured or changed. So let's get right into it. So here's our simple automation workflow. It waits for a Gmail to come in, pulls the most necessary data, and then runs it through the AI agent that's connected to Pinecone, which is our database that holds the FAQ document. And then once it recognizes that, hey, there is an answer for this, I wasn't unable to answer this, it then takes the email and just responds back to the initial customer, email. Or if it didn't have an answer, it'll just pass us on to this route, which basically CCs the human counterpart, and then also records the fact that, hey, this question had to get passed on to a human, and this was not automatically answered. And it records that in this sheet here. And this is for any future purposes when, let's say, you've been having this automation run for a few months. You can look into this, look at some emails that had to get delivered to a human, and you might get some ideas on what you want to add to your FAQ document so that you have even more automation moving forward. So let's go ahead and test this out. I'm going to send an email to my alias. This would be your customer support alias normally. And we'll say, what are your 3 different service tiers? Send that over. And so once we can confirm that the email gets to our inbox, we'll go ahead and run the workflow where you'll see node by node how this works. There we go. Got the email. Now let's go ahead and execute the workflow. This is where the AI agent's working on it. Once it gets the output, it'll run through here straight to our email. Boom. Let's go and double check. We will see here that a second email pops up once I refresh it. And let's open it up. It responds, hello, Zach. We offer 3 different service tiers, silver, gold, and platinum. Best, AutoSlim Pro, customer support, AI bot. And we can confirm that this is accurate and actually in line with what our FAQ document says, because it says it here. We have 3 different tiers. And a quick note on this, if you're operating a business out of California, California just made it illegal, literally illegal, to have a chat bot or an email bot answer on your behalf without you specifying that it's a bot. So do with that information as you will, but just so you know, any business owners in California, you have to have the specific statement that, hey, this is a bot answering your email or your chat message in any kind of communication. And so we can see here how the automation works. Now let's see what happens when we ask it to connect us with a human being. So we'll write a new email, send it to this same address, and we'll say, connect me with a human. Send that over. And so we want the automation to be able to connect the customers and prospects that are writing emails to us to the actual team, to avoid the potential frustrations of going back and forth with the AI agent and getting no answers. We want to give customers a chance to just connect with a human the moment they really need it. So we can see here that we got the email. Let's go ahead and run the workflow one more time. And we'll see here that it went back a different path here, which is it sent the email back saying that, hey, connect me with a human now for further assistance. This is where you would CC the member of your human team so that they can respond to the email. And here we can see that we got that email recorded. The data was received, the time, the contents of the email, and who it came from. And so this is for those intentions of adding or removing to your FAQ document. That way it can be more accurate moving forward. So this is that functionality, right? So you're able to get connected to a human. Let's look at one last thing. Let's say that you update your FAQ document and you don't want to deal with having to upload it into a database, right? Ideally, somebody like me would take care of all of that backend for you. And so let's just take a look at what it looked like if you wanted to update the FAQ document. Currently, there's no mention of a brick and mortar location in this document that we have. So let's go ahead and ask it the email of, hey, is there a brick and mortar location? So we'll write the same email. Is there a brick and mortar location for your business? We'll wait for that to come through, and we'll see that the AI is not able to answer this question because it doesn't have any information for it in the FAQ document. And we'll be able to see this once we execute the workflow. Here's the email. Let's go ahead and run it through. This time it'll go down this route of answering the email, but it'll just say, hey, there's no mention of a brick and mortar location in the response. Currently, Zack's Automation Services does not mention having a brick and mortar location. And so now let's go through the exercise of adding it. We'll go all the way to the bottom. We'll say the physical brick and mortar location for Zack's Automation Services is 1234 Austin, Texas, Austin Highway, Suite 2222, Austin, Texas 78700. Okay, the document is going to save to drive. And now we'll go into this workload that initially deletes all existing records and then pulls all the information from the Google Doc that we just updated and then embeds that into Pinecone so that it can be used in the future when answering customer support emails. This will only take just a second for it to be deleted and then re-updated and reinserted all over again. Boom, it's finished. Now, let's go ahead and write the same email all over again. What is the address of your brick and mortar location? Send that over. We'll just have to wait for the email to come through, and we'll see now the AI agent does have information on the brick and mortar location in the document that we uploaded, and now it'll be able to answer it. Let's go ahead and execute. We'll see here that it works and goes down this path. Let's check the email. And there we go. The physical brick and mortar location for Zack's Automation Services is 1234 Austin Highway, and the rest of the address we typed in that we can see here. So this is automated customer support for your business. This works for any business. If you have questions around how this works or how it could be customized or what it would look like for your business, I'd be more than happy to talk through this with you, offer my insights or what I know about automations so that it can help you with implementing AI and just general automations into your business. Thanks and take care.